Now this is the way I kludge a mirror together in iClone by using typically a rounded object, and obviously it still has a lot of problems. Reflections are a big problem in iClone, but this is the way I do it, and for some things it works okay. So let's go through the points. Okay, let's go ahead and delete this particular object, and let's go over, and I use the ball number 2, and let's bring it out. Still getting used to where things are in iClone 6, and let's go ahead and rotate it, and let's turn on snap. There we go. And let's bring it up. Now I tend to find that round objects tend to reflect a little more accurately than a simple flat plane. You get an incredibly enlarged pixel representation in that plane, so curved surfaces tend to do a little better. Now let's modify the texture on this, and what I usually do is delete any textures that are there. And here we go, and let's just delete that texture, and let's go down and turn it black. Solid black tends to work better for your diffuse and ambient colors. Okay, and then as you might expect, we'll turn on reflection. And now with curved surfaces you can adjust. Now let's go ahead and bring this. I'm going to turn off. It does of course take on a funhouse mirror effect, but the reflection is pretty accurate as far as it goes. As you adjust your thickness of the mirror, you can play with that, this axis, and get more accurate reflection, but then of course the pixels get larger. So I usually just do a delicate balance between this adjustment here on what iClone calls the y-axis, I believe, and play with that and position it where you want it. Now you'll notice that certainly Heidi's hair is not being reflected. It tends to be the opacity map seems to be the problem with it, and if you take that opacity map and turn it off, you'll see that you get the reflection back. Of course the hair will look pretty bad too, so I don't know, for some reason Gwen's seems to work better. The opacity map is not affecting as much of the hair, I think, as Heidi's is, so that's part of the reflection issue there. But once again, you can play with that and play with any curved surface, and you might get something you could use as a mirror for a passing shot, is pretty much all. But it might work in a pinch, we'll put it that way.